Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to another lecture at Little Scientist. So just moving to the new lecture, we will recap the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, we have learned about the periodic table, elements of the periodic table. We have seen that what is a periodic table? Periodic table is basically arrangement of the elements in increasing order of their atomic numbers. Then when we move from left to right, we can see different numbers like 1, 2, 3. When we move from left to right across a period, that are the horizontal rows, these are known as periods. And when we move from top to bottom, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, that is from top to bottom vertical columns of the periodic table are known as groups. So this is another representation of periods and groups to enhance and reinforce your concept. In the first diagram, you can see that in the first period, two red colored elements are present. In the second period, orange, and the third is represented by yellow color, and the fourth one is represented by green and blue, and so on. Similarly, in the second diagram, you can see that the first group is represented by the red color and the orange color, and then yellow. Once again, revise that left to right horizontal rows of the periodic table are known as periods. Top to bottom vertical columns of the periodic table are known as groups. Today we will study about grouping to know the periodic table. Representative elements of the periodic table are the group A elements. As you already know that there are two main groups of the periodic table, that are group A and group B. The elements that are present in the two columns or the groups on the left hand side and rest from 3A to 8A on the right hand side are basically the group A elements, and they are represented as 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A up to 8th A or 0 group. And the elements that are present in the middle of the periodic table, these are known as B group elements or transition elements, and they are represented from 1B to 8B. So today we are going to study the representative elements or the elements from group 1A to group 8th A. Now when you look at the representative elements or the groups of the periodic table, then the group 1A elements are known as alkali metals. Group 2A elements are known as alkaline earth metals. Transition metals are basically the elements that are present in the center of the group, and the two lines, lanthanides and actinide series, that are present at the bottom of the periodic table. On the other hand, when we move to known metals, then we can see a group that is known as halogens, that is group 7A, and a group that is known as noble gases, that is group 8th A elements. Now we will study metals in detail. So first group of the metals of the periodic table is the are the alkali. All the alkali metals have one electron in their outermost shell and so are very reactive. Elements at the bottom of the group are more reactive than those that are present at the top of the group. Tendency is to lose one electron, that is their valency basically. So in the diagram you can see that the green line, first line, they represent the alkali metals or group 1A. Examples are sodium, potassium and cesium. They have only one electron in their outermost shell, so they can lose one electron to form a +1 ion. Now look at alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals are basically the group 2A elements of the periodic table. They are very abundant in the earth. They are not as reactive as alkali metals. Alkaline earth metals have 2 electrons in their outermost shell, so they have a tendency to lose 2 electrons and form an ion of +2. Examples are magnesium, strontium, etc. I hope you have enjoyed our lesson. Inshallah ta'ala, in next lesson we will study about the groups of the non-metals and then the transition metals. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.